Hey y'all, hey. This is your girl Crystal with Baskets Designed by me. Okay guys, you may have caught my live the other day where I was showing you just a hodgepodge of baskets and that I need to put together for a local sorority group, my local sorority group. Well, not mine's per se, but it's a Alpha Kappa Alpha event that's going to be going on called Pink in the City. Okay, so I have been tasked with putting together a half a dozen of baskets, and this is going to be the first one I'm going to work on because it's going to be my the biggest basket I think I'm going to make. Well, I have 3 big baskets, but I think this one is actually the biggest out of the other 3 big ones. I have to make 3 big ones and 3 small ones. Anyway, I'm still waiting on some items to come in, but I do have all the items to go ahead and finish this particular concept, okay? So what I did here was just took the liberty, get this out of here, took the liberty of stuffing this basket with a couple of boxes, and I'm going to put another box here, and I'm going to have to put some craft paper down on the sides. But this basket is definitely going to need a backer, okay? So what I did was I had a piece of styrofoam, as you can see in here. Piece of styrofoam. It's just something that is packing styrofoam that came from another something I guess I had. So I had it hanging around here. But it's very sturdy. So I needed it really, I needed something a little bit sturdier than cardboard or foam board, and thicker, because I have to use this backer to base some really heavy robes. I have a men's robe and a female's robe because this is going to be more or less a spot theme. Okay, so this is the Hobby Lobby wrapping paper. Okay, I just took the liberty to go ahead and wrap it up. Okay, cut it and wrap it. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and crease these seams so I can get a nice smooth finish to it. Okay, I think actually this part is going to be my bottom part because of the way I cut the styrofoam. It's kind of jagged on this edge, so this is the part that I want to face the bottom of my basket. Okay, so we're just going to take some tape. Okay. Now, just a forewarning, this basket is probably going to be done in a couple of different parts. So I'm going to eventually at some point come off camera and then come back on camera. And I just kind of wanted to let you guys know that that's what was going to be happening. Okay. All right. I think the way I wrapped it, I think my flowers are upside down. So this may definitely have to be the top part. So what I'm going to do is just open this back up, and I'm going to switch it around. Meaning I'm going to turn the styrofoam in the other direction. Excuse me, styrofoam. Okay. I had someone come on my comments just the other day and correct me because I think I said, I'm not really sure what I said, but they corrected me on my enunciation of a realtor. And they phonetically spelled it out for me in the comments. Listen, what you see is what you get, okay? When you're doing YouTube videos, I mean, a word or two might come out wrong, or I'm not really sure what the deal was, but If that person is listening, thank you. I appreciate your criticism. Okay, but you may hear some other words that may not be pronounced to your liking. So I'm just going to go ahead and ask for forgiveness. Forgiveness now. Okay. But if you tuned in looking for everything to be perfect, this probably is not the channel. Okay? Because I am what I am and I am who I am. All right? And I am just a Creole girl from New Orleans, Louisiana. So that might help you out with my little accent. All right? All right. So moving right along, I have this board, and I switched it around so the jagged edge, the part that I cut off, is going to be at the bottom. That way, if there's anything falling out, it'll fall to the bottom of the basket. But I'm going to seal this up, or seal this flap up just as tight as I can get it. So I shouldn't have anything falling out. But just in case, I want to give it a nice tight edge. Okay, so we're gonna do that. That way when I put my backer, the flowers will be pointing up before I had them pointing down. Okay. This is going to be one of, like I said, one of several gifts. It is the biggest gift that they have. They come back to me each year because they I like my work, and I do take my time and try to give them luxury gift wrapping for the money that they're paying for my design services. So, with that being said, I'm going to trim off a little bit more of this because I want it to be as even as possible. Even though you aren't going to really see this part, I'm just a little bit of a perfectionist that way. So I'm going to fold this over just to give it a nice clean edge. All right. Perfect. All right, so we're going to go ahead and tape that down. Take this down like so. Crease that. You guys have heard me say this before. This wrapping paper is from Hobby Lobby, and I absolutely love it. It's premium wrapping paper. It's nice and thick, and it works with you. It doesn't tear very easily. I mean, it creases very nicely. I just absolutely love it. And actually, it's really a good price. I think it is anyway. All right? Okay. All right. So this is the backer. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the seam towards the inside of the basket. So when they look at the back, it'll be just a nice, clean, clean surface. No seams or anything. Okay? So I'm going to slide that right down like so. Okay? So this is what they're going to get on the back. All right? Again, I've went ahead and put 2 boxes in here. And now I am going to use this box because I'm going to use it sort of like as a tabletop right in the middle because I have several items that I'm going to need to sit on top of it. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this box, the part that can be seen, in the same paper. I'm not going to bring you through that, so I'm going to pause the camera right now, get this wrapped up, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. As you can see here, I've taken the liberty to just wrap the top of this box. There was no need for me to wrap the whole box because you're only going to be able to see the box top. I had some extra scrap ribbon, and what I did was I just covered the other 2 boxes that were in here as well. Just in case anything peeps through, all they're going to see is the cohesive wrapping paper. Okay, so the flowers are turned the right way. This box is going to sit right down in there like so. Okay, so I have the backer, this box, and then these 2 boxes, and then another box, okay? Because the circumference of this basket is pretty large. I have 2 holes here on the sides, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is just take my Bath & Body Works bags. I have some craft paper, but these bags work just as good. And I'm going to take off the handles. I'm going to use this to put down in there. And I have another bag for the other side. Don't throw your bags away, guys. These make wonderful stuffers. Top Shelf has some great bags too. Nice thick paper. We're all about saving a coin when we can. And these are just fillers, so the recipient is going to throw all this in the trash anyway. So, all right, so we're going to stick that down in there, push it all the way down, okay? Then I have some other paper that came, it's just some paper that came already wrapped up in an item I had. So I'm going to use this to sit right on top of that craft paper because I really need it to be in there nice and tight. Same thing, just some paper. Like I said, this is paper that came wrapped in another gift or something that we had. So I just kept the paper. And it's already in there nice and tight. All right, so that's going to hold this box, these boxes in place, okay? So I wanted a couple of different levels for this basket, so I think this may work out well. And if not, we'll make adjustments as we go. Okay? So, first things first, we have these 2 robes. And I did a little short on how to wrap the robes. Now, what I'm going to do is, they gave me this robe and it was pretty crinkled up. I don't know if you can see, it's all kind of wrinkled where they folded it, and I had to take it apart and refold it. So I have a nice iron, so I'm going to iron some of these wrinkles out, and that's going to give us a nice crisp finish. That was the female's robe, and they also gave me a beautiful terry cloth man's robe. Nothing needs to be done to this one, okay? I folded that one as well. Same tutorial technique. So I am going to get out my trusty little heat press iron, and I am going to start to iron out that female's robe, okay? But for all intent purposes, I think for right now, I want to sit this robe up like so, okay? And take the female's robe, and we're going to use those as the base for the backers, all right? Again, all these items were purchased by the group. I did not purchase any of them. All they're doing is paying me for my design fee, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and press this out, and then we're going to come back and then try to start assembling this basket, okay? Bear with me, and I'll be right back. Hey, guys, I'm back. I am sorry. My phone started ringing, and I just kept working, but I stopped myself because I wanted to bring you on where I am thus far, okay, with our spa basket. Okay, so I have put the 2 robes back here in the back and pressed this one out really nice and smooth. And then I have my man's robe right here, okay, and they are being braced up on the back by this backer, okay, and this is going to be shrink wrapped, okay. This is an eye mask that I put right here because it needed to go in the basket, but I didn't have a place in the front to display it, so I put it right here on the side so it could be seen. All right, I went ahead and covered yet another box to put right here because I needed a little bit more of a riser because of the amount of items I have in the basket, okay? So right here, they gave me a box of steam eye masks, okay, for ladies. And then we have an eye mask for gentlemen right there on that side. Then we have a True Blue Foot Spa cream. I guess that could be used for men or women. Not really sure. I'm just kind of playing with the placement right now. I did decide that I was going to use some gold tissue paper. Since it's a man and a woman's theme, I didn't want to go with too much pink because there's a lot of pink already going on in the basket. Then we have this set called Nocturnal Rose. Okay, this is a men's set from Bath and Body Works. And I'm thinking about putting it in here. Let's see. How do I want it? Maybe like so. It's a 3-piece set. Nocturnal Rose. Actually smells pretty good. I had never seen a set like that before, per se, but it actually smells very good. And then, of course, we have the In the Stars they have for the ladies. And maybe we can put that someplace like this, maybe. Okay. Nocturnal Rose for men, In the Stars for the ladies. We have 2 loofahs, one pink and one white, or rose colored. I think we'll put the rose colored one on this side, in the ladies, okay? And maybe the white on this side for the men. Now, I'm not finished putting the shred and the paper, the tissue paper in here, as I have some. I'm really just kind of playing with the placement right now before I anchor everything down. Now, right here we have some bath bombs, okay? They came in a Dollar General little package. Let me see if I can find the package. One second. You guys have seen this. They're the bath bombs. And they're the, this is a Dollar General brand, I'm sorry, that they came in. I didn't like the bag for in here. So I have some of these cute little mesh bags. Okay, so I took them out of those and put them in these cute little mesh bags. One of my subscribers kind of gave me the idea to put them in, or wrap them in some tulle, but I didn't have the color tulle that I wanted, but I did have these little mesh bags. So, Alva, I think it was Alva that told me that. Alva, if you're listening, thank you so much for that tip. So to me, that gives it just a little bit more high-end look rather than just that plastic Dollar General bag. I didn't like that at all. Okay. My idea is to try to have as much showcased as I possibly can. I am going to call the lady that asked me to put together this basket. I'm going to call her and I'm going to ask her, can I repurpose or redo this candle? For one thing, it's a rust color, orangey color, and it kind of clashes with what I have going on here. I do have a nice spa candle, so I think I'm going to ask her, can I replace this? So I'm going to return this to her and maybe use a candle that I already have and use in the basket. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to leave this out for right now. I went ahead and I messaged her, so I'm just waiting for her to give me the okay. And maybe I can use this candle maybe in another concept, because right now it's throwing me off just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to set that on the side. And then we have these Michael Kors perfumes. Okay, we have 2 of those. And I think, well, it kind of depends on if she lets me or tell me I can go ahead and replace the candle. I may put the candle right here and put I could maybe put the perfumes here. I would have to decide once she tells me I can replace the candle. Then we have this cute little glittery, I don't know if you can see it, but it's really pretty. It's a manicure set, okay? So we have that, and maybe stick that down in here somehow. Again, like I said, just playing with the placement. I also have 2 pair of spa slippers coming that have to go in here. So I'm not going to really anchor anything down right now, but I just kind of want to come on and give y'all kind of a general idea. Again, I may redo this once I get the okay to replace this candle. And it's a candle that smells like waffles. I don't know, it just didn't go with the whole spa thing. I think a nice spa candle probably would have went better. And I do have one, so again, I'm going to ask her before I take it upon myself to replace it. And this will be definitely returned to them. When I price these baskets, I do allow for any embellishments that I have to use to put in here. So even if I replace the candle and give them back their candle, it's already accounted for in the price of the basket. Okay? I know that's probably going to be a question that you guys will ask. All right? So basically, this is what I have for now. I really wanted to show you how I folded these bathrobes, spa robes for the basket, and just show you some of the other items. And when the rest of my items, the slippers, come in and she tells me about the candle, of course, I'll come back and do a part 2 and have them all wrapped up and show you exactly how we're going to bag it and bow it and how beautiful I think it's going to turn out. Okay? All right, guys, this is Crystal with this is Crystal with Baskets Designed by Crystal, saying bye for now. Oh, before I go, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, hype up the video. If you don't mind, I sure would appreciate it. And stay tuned with me. Probably in a day or 2, the rest of the items are going to come in. Like I said, I may redo the placement of everything here, but you get the general idea. Okay? All right, guys. This is Crystal from Baskets Designed by Crystal, and we'll talk at you soon. Give us a thumbs up. Bye for now.